So Alexis Sánchez, as you know in the previous clip, has moved to Manchester United from Arsenal. A huge transfer in the January transfer window. Biggest since Luis Suarez, I would say, making that move to Liverpool, even though at the time it wasn't considered as huge. He just became more huge, how good he got. So this is big in regards to the name of a player moving to the name of a club, a rival club. Arsenal fans are definitely going to be sour at the moment, but they got Mkhitaryan going the other way. Regardless, Alexis Sanchez's statement left nothing unsaid. He's a fiery character, we know this. I think all Chileans are. I mean, look at 45 minutes of any Arturo Vidal game, and you'll see that. But this is his statement that he had some comments. I'm not going to read it all, but I wanted to bring out a couple of points which I agree 100% with him in this. So this was via his Instagram. He said, I wanted to say thanks to the technical staff, the medical team, blah, 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 blah. Without them, there would be nothing possible, which are there to prepare food. That's really nice to give a lot of thanks to those that are often not given any praise and just overlooked, but the staff that keep him in shape and focused. And then there are people, in brackets, former club players who have spoken with no knowledge of what happens inside the club and caused damage. I must say I always gave 100% until the last day when I asked the mister to be in the team because I wanted to be a contribution. I remember today a conversation I had with Henry, a historic Arsenal player who changed the club for the same reason, and today is my turn. Thanks for everything Gunners all achieved and the good moments gave to the club. I want to dedicate to the fans. They are the most important. Thanks for everything you sing, Alexis Sánchez, baby. So the comments about, I'm sure he's talking about Keown, and Martin Keown made some comments about him making this decision. Some other have made some comments about him moving and going to Manchester United. Here's my comment, riddled with whatever you want to take it with, whether it's a Manchester United love, whether it's a disregard for Arsenal, or I know I've been called a Liverpool hater, an Arsenal hater, everyone hater apart from United. I actually, if you watched a lot of my clips last year, I ripped into United for a lot of their decisions that they made, both financially. I was not so happy with their decisions in the transfer window. Many people correcting me, saying that they're the best defensive team. That I'm talking about when they come up against tougher opponents. I think that they're weaker at the back. It doesn't matter their overall record. I'm talking about when they played against City. I'm talking about certain instances that I'm not as confident. But regardless, this decision, great signing for Manchester United, strengthening their attack going forward. I don't blame Alexis Sánchez for making this move. When you need to put pen to paper or show loyalty for a club, you need something in return. It's the same way with Coutinho with Liverpool. He's always going to look for that next step. I said Coutinho used Liverpool as a stepping stone. They made him into a better player. That doesn't mean that he didn't have aspirations in his own mind to go to a Barcelona. Look at all the Brazilians that's played their trade in Barcelona that he has clearly had in his mind and wanted to get there. Liverpool helped him. That's not disparaging Liverpool. The same way Alexis Sánchez made some decisions in his career from when he played in Italy to try and play for Barcelona, didn't exactly succeed there, and he got back to his best at Arsenal, so he's got to thank them for that. It's a style of football that he was able to thrive in, be more dynamic, and prove that he could play in another league and take it by storm. But they didn't support him in the way that they should have. When you have your best player like that, someone that does give everything, he never once, there's plenty of players that you can insult and say they clearly wanted out. Dimitri Payet is one of them, the best example. This was not Alexis Sánchez. He gave everything for Arsenal. And whether you're so bitter at the moment that you want to deny that in the last 3 or 4 games, whatever, he gave everything that he could to try and keep that team afloat as one of the better teams in the Premier League. And he was not given the same level of work rate that he gave into the team with the board. They stuck by Arsene Wenger. They didn't make enough signings in the transfer window. They didn't boost a team that was weak in the middle of the park, that needed to be strengthened in order to compete with a Manchester City or Chelsea or Manchester United. So they didn't show the same level of respect to those players that were putting in that effort, especially when they're world class. That's what he is. He's world class. So he's going to go to a team that, whether it pays off or not, he thinks, having seen the past track record of the Van Persies of the world, of the Fabregases, those players that moved on, he can obtain that next level of success. His career is not exactly at the youthful point. He's at the pinnacle of his career where he needs to make these decisions if he wants to win trophies. So if you hold it against him, I don't know what to tell you. You're blinded by your fandom, and I don't blame you, because I hate seeing players leave my favourite club. But he's leaving to go to a team that he thinks at that moment is going to give him a better chance at trophies, at success, and of course he's been a big fan of them since he grew up. I think that Keown's comments are off limits. I think that not off limits, they're just out of place. I think that's a man stuck in his mindset as well, with this invincible squad that everyone thinks Arsenal can somehow get back to. They need a complete obliteration of this mindset, a complete obliteration of the culture, and return themselves to a team that, before Arsene Wenger, they weren't this free-flowing football team and they had some success. So you got to maybe change. You got to change your mindset. And right now, this is not a problem with Alexis Sanchez's decision. This is a problem with Arsenal not being willing to accept that not giving world-class talent enough of an incentive to stay.